Hello you guys, it's your girl Asia from the Overrated channel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to me discussing another Degrassi topic. At this point, they're rants, hot takes, unpopular opinions. To me, this is going to be a hot take. So the Degrassi topic I want to talk about today is how I feel like Maya and Zig's love story is a tad bit overrated. Now, I didn't make videos on couples like Eli and Claire, on their relationship and love story and all that being overrated, because it kind of is. Because once you watch the show over again as many times as I have, you tend to see things a little different. So with Maya and Zig's love story, I kind of feel that way because, like I said, I kind of just got done rewatching season 11, 12, 13. I'm on 14 now, right, for the reviews. And I just want to say, I feel like their love story is a little tad bit overrated to me. I don't know, y'all. That's just how I'm feeling. Because when I was rewatching season 12, I don't know, something to me just felt like I like Maya with Cam a little bit more. I like her with Cam a little bit more. And I feel like because y'all love Maya and Zig so much, y'all kind of shit on the relationship Maya and Cam have. And I kind of feel like Cam was the best fit for Maya. I feel like he just was the best fit, and I feel like I like her relationship with Cam than any of the other guys she did on the show. That means more than Zig, more than Miles. I like her with Cam a hell of a lot more, and I feel like if he didn't die, I definitely would have wrote them to be in game, 100%. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel, 100%. And y'all could just did a love triangle with Maya, Cam, and Zig had he not died. I would have done it like that, but I want to get into why I feel like their love story is a little overrated. Now, I already made a video on how their love story is better than a relationship, and that is 1000% true. There is nothing y'all can do to make me feel like that unpopular opinion is not true, because it is. That was an unpopular opinion when I made that video. So yes, Maya and Zig's love story is 1000% better than their relationship. Go back and watch their relationship and tell me, is it as good as you remember? Because I know for a fact it ain't for me. It's the same way how I feel with Eli and Claire's relationship. The Degrassi audience want to fool y'all and make y'all think that their relationship was just top tier, top notch. And when you rewatch the show, I promise y'all, Claire and Eli's relationship don't give that at all. Do I fuck with them? Yeah, they alright by me. But I definitely feel like they definitely try to shove them down our throats. And I feel like when I rewatch the show now, it's a tad bit annoying because there are better couples than Eli and Claire. God, a given day in Degrassi. There are way more better couples than them in Degrassi, and they try to make it feel like they are the cream of the crop, and they just ain't doing it for me. Just like Maya and Zig, I feel like Claire and Eli's relationship and love story and all that is a tad bit overrated. Like I said, I already made a video on why I feel like Eli and Claire's relationship and love story and all that is overrated. I already made a video on why I feel like Zig and Maya's love story is way better than their relationship. Go check those videos out. They are on my channel. If y'all haven't listened to them already, I definitely agree that y'all should. So you guys are probably going to ask, why do I feel like Maya and Zig's relationship is overrated? Well, that's an interesting question, because you know what? I just got done with watching season 13, and there's a lot of things I look at differently now. You see, Degrassi wants y'all to have this mindset and thinking that with Zig, it was always Maya, and with Maya, it was always Zig. And I'm here to tell y'all, that shit is nowhere near true. And why? Because I'm going to tell y'all right here, right now, right? So let me ask y'all something. If, okay, when Kim died, if Maya would have hopped in a relationship with Zig, he would have got backlash for it because it would look like he was taking advantage of her sadness, right? So Maya and Zig, don't get me wrong, they're cute and their love story is cute, don't get me wrong, but it's a tad bit overrated because, like I said, the Degrassi writers are going to want you to think that it's always just been them. Like, oh, for Maya it's always been Zig, for Zig it's always been Maya. That's not true. It's not. And this is why I'm going to tell y'all, because in season 12, right, like I said, when Cam died and Zig was there for Maya as a friend, had the writers just automatically put her in a relationship with Zig, the relationship would have got backlash, and he would have got backlash because it would look like he was taking advantage of her sadness. And since she hasn't got over Cam yet, she hasn't got over the situation, So the relationship wasn't going to work. So in that moment, Zig offered to be her friend, and he said he was going to wait until she was ready. Now, we get to season 13, right? I understand where Zig was coming from, that, you know, he pretty much said he was going to wait for Maya. But today, you offered to be her friend over everything, my niggas. You know what that means? You know what you need to do? He needs to learn how to put his feelings aside. In season 13, when y'all watch it, he act like he owned Maya. Like Maya was his property, that Maya couldn't be with anybody else but him. And it's like, at the end of the day, she don't owe you jack shit. At the end of the day, you and her have never dated. Y'all have never done anything. You feel me? Yes, y'all kissed once, but that's about it. And yes, you have confessed your feelings for her. But Maya told you at the time that she didn't know when she was ready to be with you. You feel me? So, as for Zig, I would have took it as maybe she's not ready to be with someone who's going to challenge her and bring out the best of her. Maybe the relationship with Miles is something that she kind of needed. This toxic back and forth, breaking up and breaking, getting back together and break up. Maybe that's what she needed at the moment. Back in the day, Zig, in season 13, felt like he owned Maya. Like, there'll be episodes where he wouldn't talk to her, or he'll be giving her the silent treatment because she either want to hang out with Miles or she still got feelings for him. And he just felt like, you know what, since she's no longer with Miles, maybe it's time for her to give him a chance. And it's like, that's just not how it works. And you know what? With Zig, I can somewhat see where he was coming from, because it's like, you know what? I did say I was going to wait for you, and I've been waiting, and it's like, I think maybe it's time that you give me and you a chance. I feel like Maya definitely was stringing Zig along. It was kind of like this cat-mouse thing that she would do with Zig. It's like, you know, she would do this thing where she would kind of use Zig's feelings for her against him to keep him to stay, to keep him out of trouble. Kind of like kind of jangle her feelings over his head for him to do certain shit. And Zig used to get on my nerves, because if Maya didn't want to hang out with him, or if she chose Miles over him, he would talk shit about her. Like, y'all remember in the part 1 and part 2 episode Sparks Will Fly, when he told Miles, go back to my sloppy seconds? What the fuck you mean? Like, you know, before I even got back into watching Degrassi, I remember when I had rewatched Degrassi Next Class the first time, I was on Reddit, and this girl was talking about how Zig was just completely awful. Like, she said, y'all remember when he called Maya his sloppy segment? And I'm thinking in my head, yeah, y'all remember when he called her that? Like, so this girl that you so-called in love with, you call her your sloppy seconds, and you call her all these type of names when she don't pick you or when she don't see you that type of way. And it's like, how is this, why would I want Maya with a guy like this who can't be mature and just understand that not everyone you have feelings for are going to feel the same way about you. Not everybody that you're in love with are going to love you back. Instead, he called her his sloppy seconds, and then he just was really mean to Maya in season 13. Like, he was mean as fuck to her, like, giving her the cold shoulder, giving her the silent treatment. He would say he hate her. He would call her a bitch. He would, you know, call her this pretty princess and all types of shit. Say, oh, she thinks she better than everybody. And it's like, Zig, how can you even talk that way to someone that you done been in love with and you was friends with before you and her hit a shift in your friendship? And it's like, so Zig can get away with being hot and cold with Maya, and y'all want me to ship them together? Like, I'm looking at things different now that I'm older, because Zig in season 13 kind of remind me of Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty. He was either nice to Maya, or he was really an asshole to Maya. And it's like, I don't like that hot and cold shit. Either you good with me, or either you not fucking with me. It can't be no in between. And I promise you, when y'all watch the 13, that is literally how he would act. There'll be some days he chilling with Maya. Like, if she was broken up with Miles, he was her friend. He was all up on her. But when she was with Miles, he treated her like the fucking plague. He treated her like she had a goddamn sexual disease, all type of shit. And Maya would do the same thing to him too. Like, when Maya was with Miles, she paid Zig no fucking attention. But when she wasn't with Miles, guess who she ran up to? Zig. Like in the Thunderstruck episodes, right? She just broke up with Miles, and she went up to Zig, talking about, oh, let's hang out tonight. You know you my bestie. And and Zig was like, what about Miles? And she said, me and him broke up, so now that me and him are over, me and you have more and more time to spend together. So it's like, damn, girl, it's just like that. Once you're done with one nigga, you want to another, and it's just like, when they weren't with certain people, they treat each other like sexual diseases, like the plague, because you cannot tell me it's always been Zig and it's always been Maya for him. It don't make sense because season 13, she didn't want to be with Zig at all. She wanted nothing to do with him. She wanted to be with Miles. Even in season 14, Zig, I was watching an episode where, she was like having nightmares about Miles and she was like very worried about him. There was a moment where sorry, y'all, I had to take my inhaler. There was a moment where Grace hacked into Miles' messages on Instagram. I hate the way they named that app. Why not just call it Instagram? Like, is that what Instagram is in Canada, or they had to name it that for copyright? Because it's like, they didn't have to do that, because nowadays in TV, they have Instagram on their phones. Or was Instagram not an app in 2015? It had to be an app. It most definitely had to be an app. So, who knows, but when Grace hacked into Miles' messages, Tristan asked Miles how was he feeling. Tristan and Miles said he felt like he wanted to kill himself. And, Maya said, instantly she's getting flashbacks because the one person in her life that she loved and cared for committed suicide, right? So when Miles said that, it made her worry even more. Like, the nightmares she was having, it made her anxiety just amp up to 10,000, to where it's like, now I really got to see him. Instead of just looking at his messages and posting to see what he's doing, I really got to see what's going on with him. And Zig gonna tell Maya why she cares so much, and that, people say they're going to kill themselves all the time. And she said until they actually do it. Yo, when Zig said that shit, I got so pissed, because it's like, Zig, how can you even sit here in my motherfucking face and say, why do I care so much? Hello, this is a guy that she dated, so of course there might still be some feelings there where she still cared for him. You feel me? And I feel like that's what it was at the same time. I do feel like Maya did still have feelings for Miles, still, in season 14. But at the same time, if I was Maya, I think I would be worried about Miles too, because Miles was really MIA in season 14. Like, he skipped a lot, and he just wasn't at school. And in all the classes that she had with him, he was never there, so it just made her worry a lot more. And you know what? I don't blame her, because if she still cared, no one can tell her she can't give a fuck if she still cares. So that's what it felt like Zig was trying to tell her, like, why the fuck do you care? This is your ex. Why do you still care about whether or not he come to school? And it's just like, first of all, bitch, if I didn't have a boyfriend before who committed suicide, of course I want everybody ass that I care about. So when Maya hacked into Miles' account and looked at his messages, was that overbearing? Yes, but I understand why she did it. I understand why Maya is overbearing, and I've never really blamed her for that, because it makes sense for her to be that way when she didn't lost someone who committed suicide. So of course she's gonna be all up in your face and all up in your business. But don't blame her for that. She's still healing from the situation that she was in with Cam, right? And when Zig said that shit, it just made me mad, because it's like, Zig, you know what this girl has been through. For you to even sit here and just pretend like you don't know why she is the way she is, don't make me smack the shit out of you, because that's really what I want to do in a moment. I really want to smack, because it's like, nigga, you know why she is the way she is. And then it's like in season 14, even in season 13, they try to put Zig and Zoe together. And I definitely feel like Maya was jealous, but they didn't do anything with that. Even in season 14, when Zig and Zoe flirt, Maya will roll her eyes, so maybe feel like, okay, maybe she got feelings for Zig, or maybe she's just a hater. That's just what I was feeling in the moment. But then in season 14, Maya and Zig was not thinking of each other like that at all. Like, if y'all watched the episode when they finally kissed, it was kind of like random, because, and I say random because, and this is what I mean when I say I feel like their love story is a tad bit overrated. It wasn't like their love story was like ongoing, it was stop and go. And I feel like when they did, and I feel like when season 14 came around, you feel me? We had to wait 2 seasons for them to get together. Why not, when you do season 14, why not make that automatically the storyline for the season? Why not make that the #1 love story in the season? Instead, you made Maya still focus on Miles, and I feel like she definitely still has feelings for him because most of her scenes in season 14 was with Miles. And Zig was trying to get with Zoe. The fuck, he was trying to get with Zoe, trying to have sex with her and all types of shit. So, it's given, when was they ever thinking about each other in season 14? It wasn't up until, she had it wasn't up until that episode where Tristan and her started dancing and she just kissed her and Zig just kissed. So to me it just felt random because it's like if they had a moment where they had a conversation or something and feelings start to linger again and they, were definitely feeling that way towards each other, then it would have made sense because how was Grace going to tell Maya that you're completely in love with Zig? And it's like, huh? I don't understand. Why not have Maya tell Grace that the reason why she didn't want Zig going anywhere or that the reason why she didn't want him leaving is because she's in love with him and she doesn't want to lose him. I could have got behind that, but what's with this thing where people telling you who you're in love with? That makes no sense. So this made me feel like, okay, so Maya got feelings for Zig because somebody else told her she got feelings for Zig. Was she really checking for him up until Grace opened her mouth? Because yes, that moment was that? No, I think that was after. That was after. So the episode where the episode when Maya and Zig went to go get mani pedis, he was telling Maya that he was gonna leave because the gang and shit like that came to her house and everything like that, and he don't want her and her mom getting hurt. Maya told Zig she don't want him going anywhere because her whole life she been messed up since Kim, and she feel like when she's around Zig, he makes her feel safe and secure and just comfortable. She feel like she's actually starting to starting to heal from it. But then the next day at school, it's like, wouldn't it have been nice if Maya walked in and was like, hey Grace, I think I'm starting to fall in love with Zig. I think I might be in love with him. That moment would have felt way more better. But then Grace is telling her, oh, you don't want him leaving because you're completely in love with him. And it's like, huh? What other people are telling you how you feel about somebody else? So to me, I feel like their love story in season 14 is a tad bit overrated. Because if y'all look at it. It felt random. Like, the feelings for them came out of nowhere because, like I said, he literally spent the whole season chasing Zoe. Maya was still in love with Miles, but then they never showed us when Miles confessed his feelings to her on screen, so that didn't go anywhere. And then, they have Grace tell Maya how she felt about Zig. Maya and Zig kids, they're together. They had them lose their virginities while they were high. So it's like, is their love story as good as y'all actually remember? Like, I think y'all putting too much thought on their love story for real. And then let's get to next class. Next class completely ruined their relationship. Ruined their relationship. Completely ruined it. They made Zig this fucking insecure, jealous ass weirdo. Like this jealous ass boyfriend. Don't get me wrong, he was like that way before he was in a relationship with Maya. But let me tell you something. I think Zig was cool up until Tiny put it in his head that just because him and Maya are not having sex, that she's going to go off and have sex with somebody else. So I feel like when Tiny put that insecure thought in Zig's head, that he felt like now this is the time to confront Maya about why we haven't been having sex, why she don't want to talk about it. And it made him want to be more assertive, I guess. But it's like, why are you listening to your friend? What the fuck would he know? How many bitches has he didn't have? How many girls have he dated? How many girls have he had committed relationships with? Exactly, my nigga. So it's really to the point. Why was he even listening to Tiny for real? Like, they made Zig so like, they made him over clingy. Like, he was clingy, but it was to the point where he was like suffocating Maya. Like, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to spend every moment with your partner and want to be around them. That's cute. But when you're suffocating them because you don't want them hanging out with their friends or whatever it might be, that's a problem. Because now it's like, it's not even a clingy thing, it's a controlling thing, for real. They just made Zig like this over jealous boyfriend, insecure as fuck, to where he cheated on Maya because he felt like she was cheating on him in New York. How dumb does that sound? That's so stupid. And then he lied to Maya and told her that him and Zoe only kissed when Zoe recorded them having sex, sent it to the whole school. Like, to me, it pissed me off when it was Zoe who had to tell Maya that her and Zig fucked. And you know what, like I said, Zoe was really getting back at Grace, but at the end of the day, all she did was hurt Maya in the end because she came in between Maya and Zig's relationship. You feel me? So at the end of the day, even though she did it to get back at Grace, Maya was the one who got hurt at the end of the day. You feel me? And I felt like when Zig told Maya the truth that when she was in New York with Jonah, him and Zoe fooled around, I thought she would have, put two and two together that they hooked up, they had sex, but she really believed all they did was kiss. Like, they really made Maya stupid. Come on now. If a nigga told me him and this bitch fooled around, I'm putting like, oh, y'all didn't have sex, not no kiss, and it was just a one-time thing, and, I think Maya, when Zig, really wanted to talk to her, I think Maya told Zig, you're the one who screwed up and everything like that, which is true. And then season 2, they did nothing with their story. They put their whole relationship and story on the back burner. I completely understand Maya was still in love with Zig and she still had feelings for him, so that's why she was jealous when she saw him with other girls. But at the end of the day, Zig just thought, oh, you know what, she'll get over it and they'll just get right back into the relationship, even though he was the one that cheated and lied about it for months, right? And then he tried again. Zig took no accountability for the cheating at all. He tried to really, in that moment, he tried to gaslight and manipulate Maya into thinking that the reason why he cheated is because she didn't call or text him while she was in New York. And that when she didn't call or text him, he felt like maybe she was hooking up with Jonah. I said, that's the most dumbest shit I've ever heard, and yet, how are you not going to take any accountability for something that you committed? You're the one who cheated and lied about it for months, and you're mad at me because I didn't call or text you when I was in New York, when you knew why I was going there to begin with? Do you honestly think I would just hook up with some random guy? And it's like, did you trust me? And for you to think that low of me, it's like, how can you even say you love me? So you think I'm some type of slut who just sleep with any guy? Where we doing that at? Zig really pissed me off in this class because they made him a complete jerk. And then he tried to go around the school and say him and Maya was together, and Maya said she just don't know if she'll ever be ready to date him again because he hurt her, and that she loved him, but she can't turn off the pain that he caused her by cheating. But, when I was a teenager, I always felt like, you know what, when Maya said she needed some time, let's see how long it's going to take. I didn't think when Maya said she didn't know she wasn't going to get back together with Zig again, that it was going to be until the end of the fucking show. But you know what? Yet again, in the last season of the show, they just randomly put Maya and Zig together. And it's when I say their love story is a tad bit overrated, because when was Zig ever thinking about Maya? I understand he can't be heartbroken forever, and if he want to date other people, he can, but he was with Esme the entire season. I think he got with her at the end of season 2. Whenever the fucking bus crash happened, him and Esme got together, right? So it's to me, when was he ever checking for Maya again? Because in season 4, they really wrote it as if he was always in love with Maya. But it's when was he thinking about Maya at all when he was with Esme? He wasn't thinking about Maya at all. At all. In season 3, he never checked up on her. He never did anything. The fuck? So, when was he checking for her? Automatically, they go to a camping trip in season 4, and then all of a sudden, he got feelings for her again after doing what? Not talking to her for damn near 2 seasons and a half? Degrassi, get the fuck out of here. Y'all are not about to make me feel like I'm tripping when I know I'm not. At the end of the day, I said what I said. I just ran down their entire love story, did I not? And I honestly can say that I feel like it's a tad bit overrated. Y'all can have your opinions. Y'all can feel however the fuck y'all want to feel. But at the end of the day, I feel like, to me, I like Maya and Zig. I do. But I feel like, now that I look at it different now, their relationship ain't all that, for real, for real. It's not. And I feel like their love story is a tad bit overrated because if we look at it, Degrassi didn't handle it in the best way. Like, there was so much more they could have did better with their relationship. Like, why have Zig cheat? Zig cheat on the girl. Zig cheated on Maya. This is a girl he's been chasing damn near his entire high school life. And he cheated on her the second chance he got. Get the fuck out of here. He cheated on her the first chance he got. So Maya to him really wasn't worth keeping. The fuck? If he was willing to cheat on her, he didn't fucking love her. Because when you love someone, you don't fucking hurt them. So get out of here with this narrative that, oh, they're in game and the fuck. Y'all can think however y'all want to feel. Y'all can have your own opinion just as much as I'm going to have mine. But I stand on everything I fucking said. 10 toes down. I'm always getting the paint. And I feel like Zig and Maya's love story and all that, it's a tad bit overrated. Their relationship is overrated. Their love story is overrated. They're overrated because y'all only see what y'all want to see. I'm seeing the flaws, and I'm telling y'all, maybe I never paid attention to this shit before, but after rewatching Degrassi Next Class, after rewatching seasons 10 through 14 yet again, I can say I look at things a little bit different now. Completely different. But anyway, I'm out this bitch. I spoke my truth, and it is what the fuck it is. Either you agree or you don't agree. I don't really give a fuck. It's my opinion at the end of the day. So kiss my ass if you don't agree. It is what it is. It's up and stuck, and I'm going to catch y'all motherfuckers next